I don't look for adventure. Sometimes it just finds me. Like when I was swinging through the South American jungle and I saw this glimmer. Yeah, a crystal. And when I grabbed it, a rift opened up.
Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle, a 3D Pitfall game for the PlayStation 1? I mean, I could see how this could be great, but I could also see a lot of ways where they can screw this up. I mean, making a 3D action-adventure platforming game with the Pitfall franchise, it's a good idea, but you have to do it right, and I'm happy to say they did it pretty well. In this game, your protagonist is 1 part Indiana Jones, 1 part Pitfall Harry, and 50 parts Bruce Campbell. In fact, Bruce Campbell actually voices your protagonist. You're basically playing as Bruce Campbell all throughout the entirety of this game, which is great. He keeps popping out these one-liners, so you get like this color commentary as you play the game. You never feel like all alone and desolate because Bruce Campbell is holding your hand. There is only 1 set of footprints in the quicksand because Bruce Campbell is carrying you. Obviously, Bruce Campbell voicing your main protagonist is awesome, but honestly, the quick little one-liner jips, they get pretty tiresome after a while. I mean, even if it is the legendary Bruce Campbell, it gets kind of annoying when you start hearing the same wacky jokes over and over. It's not as bad as Bubsy 3D, not in the slightest. I wouldn't even say it's bad. It's just a little too wacky for my taste, but if I were to take this or no voice acting, or should I say no Bruce Campbell voice acting, I would take this in a heartbeat. Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle is basically a 3D platforming action-adventure game. You're running around these massive worlds, jumping from platforms, trying to collect things to open doors, walking through various doors, trying to survive as you fight various monsters, both big, small, and flying, and sometimes big and flying. And these guys are pretty tough. I mean, it's like fighting a gargoyle, basically. To defeat the monsters, you can pick up some special weapons like bombs, but mostly you just use your pickaxe to hit the monsters both high and low. Mostly, the running around is pretty good. I mean, it's like Crash Bandicoot 1. It's very much acceptable. I would even say it's fun. But when you're jumping from platform to platform, especially when you're really high up in the air, like 50, 60 feet up in the air, which is basically where all your platforms are, it gets kind of tough to aim your jump and time your jump perfectly. You will master it in a matter of 10-20 minutes, but it's still pretty challenging and it's not the best platforming I've seen. The graphics are also pretty good. I mean, for 1998, I wouldn't even say they're pretty good. I would say they're good, period. And the worlds are just huge. I mean, there is a lot of content in this game. But the game does give you plenty of save points. So even if you die a few times, you're not going to have to start all the way back in the beginning of the level after playing for like 15-20 minutes. And in between levels, this is a really cool part of the game. The game's story basically looks like these comic book pages. It's just another fun little addition to an already cool game. I'm honestly not a huge fan of the Pitfall series. There's some good Pitfall games, but there's also a lot of Pitfall games that just kinda suck. I wasn't expecting a 3D Pitfall game to be good. I thought experimenting in the world of 3D just wouldn't work with Pitfall, but honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. This is a very solid, very big, and pretty fun platforming game. On top of the fact that you're basically Bruce Campbell, and he's always throwing out one-liners as you run around, the game also has really great music to accompany your gameplay.
Whoa. Whoa.
The bad parts of this game, like the jumping, that can be pretty tough when you're jumping from platform to platform, and also some of the enemies being a little too tough to avoid or hit. These are not game-breaking problems at all. These are just me really nitpicking. I mean, this is a PlayStation 1 game from 1998. Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle is ultimately just a good, solid game. It gets an official Stan Birdman rating of an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.
Whoa! Open or close, make up your mind.